Ladies and gentlemen, we're always looking for the easiest path to make money online. Am I right? I am right. But in today's video, I want to go over a viral YouTube video that's popping off right now. Here, let me show you of this guy that's producing $1 million plus per year in e-commerce sales through his garage. Like literally the whole setup that he has is all in his $682 garage setup. He manufactures his own products. This has been on my watch list for some time, so I figured, I'm on vacation right now. Let's just get through this. I think it will be extremely inspiring. Like, again, this costs $682, but he's producing over $1 million a year with it. The ROI on that is insane. And he goes over all the parts and stuff and where you can buy them too. So you could replicate this. Sometimes you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I think this may be a good example of that. So let's see what we can learn.
With this setup right here, we're able to make over 1,000 units a day out of our garage, and it only cost us $600 to get it set up. Today,
That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna walk you through all of it. Like all manufacturing jobs,
Imagine that ROI, right? Like, I'm sure a lot of you, people in drop shipping, for example, you probably spent $682 testing a product, right? This guy spent that much to create his manufacturing facility, which is, again, his garage. But that's a cool way to think of it. Honestly, this is already inspiring to me.
everything starts with a giant drum of raw materials. This is a
Raw
55-gallon
materials.
drum that we get raw materials in, and these are 35-gallon drums that we store the material in. How do we mix it, you might ask? 5-gallon buckets and a drill press. Let me show you. This bad boy right here is an old school Harbor Freight drill press. I can put a 5-gallon
Oh,
bucket on the stand, chuck in the mixing bit, turn it on to get my stuff mixed up like that. Once everything's mixed up on the drill press, we dump it all in the storage tank so that it can be pumped out by our piston filler. Let me show you how that works. This is a pneumatic
piston
piston
filler.
filler.
This reminds me of Minecraft. Like, if you guys ever created a Minecraft world, you got your pistons, you got your redstone. This guy's basically playing Minecraft in real life.
It's kind of like a giant syringe. This is the intake hose. We shove it into the barrel of the Maker's Magic, and it pumps it all the way through this machine out this head into an empty jar. Let's get a closer look. This is the intake hose. It comes into this junction, and there is a one-way valve right here and a one-way valve right here. This piston in this cylinder goes back and forth, and it pulls and
That
then
is so
pushes.
cool.
But it can only pull this direction, and it can only push this direction. So once that's done, it dispenses right out of this head right here. We've got this giant box of empty jars. They come in boxes of 350. They're 8-ounce plastic jars. We get them from Uline. I'm sure there's cheaper, better places to get this stuff from, but just where we're getting it right now. We also have a giant box of lids. The jars
Really
and lids are
simple.
important because this is what holds our stuff. Let me show you how we fill it up. We'll place an empty jar underneath the head of the piston filler and press the button. That will dispense the perfect amount of fluid. We can control it with this
Oh,
magnetic
okay.
switch right here and get the perfect amount every single time.
That looks oddly satisfying, just filling up products to the perfect amount. I don't really know exactly what the product is even. I just saw this video. It has 4 million views in like 3 months, which is rare in the entrepreneurship niche. So this guy's reaching mass audiences right now with this product. So maybe he'll have it linked in the description. I'll check after the video's done. And if so, then it's probably blowing up his business massively. I think I've seen him on TikTok actually. He's made TikToks talking about this setup, which is actually a really popular way to promote your business, to just be very raw and authentic as the founder of a business. People just love to support small operations like this.
But a full jar without a lid is not good enough. Once we've dispensed it and filled the jar up to about right there, we grab one of our lids with the induction seal in it. We just simply tighten it up and then come over here to the induction sealer so we can put that really nice foil seal on it. We wanted a way to seal these foil lids so that we wouldn't have anything leak out when we were shipping stuff. It's really simple. You turn it on, you put this ice cream cone looking thing on top of your lid, and you press the button. You see this metal piece right in here? This is what reacts with the induction sealer. There's a thin coat of wax on the underside of
Well,
this lid.
this
When
is
you
more
cap it up
complicated than I
and then
thought.
heat up the foil, it melts the wax and sticks it to the jar, creating the seal. Really cool piece of
Cool.
technology. Really glad we bought it. This right here is our label roller. This is the MT30. I've looked for them online and I can't really find many of them with this arm on the top. This is the special stuff right here. Without this arm, it kind of doesn't work as well. Look for an MT30 on eBay or Vivor, or even Amazon. I think you might be able to find them either used or new. You can see our labels are on a 3-inch core and they're set up on the back of the machine. The label gets fed through all of these little gizmos to get it in just the right spot. Then, when we're ready, we take the jar, we place it here, pull the arm down, and crank the crank.
Crank the crank.
Indicator says we're done.
So that's what it is. Magic.
And there you have it, a
Huh.
labeled jar of finished product. Once we have the jars completed, we begin packing them out in cardboard boxes or master cases. Each of our master cases is exactly the same. They all hold 72 units. They all weigh the same. They all look the same. And it standardizes everything
What does that say? Maker's
for
magic.
us. Makes that
Hmm.
especially easy when you're shipping stuff into Amazon. You can just scan the boxes.
Ah, okay. So, man, this guy's smart. So, he's just creating all the product himself, right? He is his own manufacturing facility, and then he's shipping it all out at once to Amazon FBA. So, he's not worried about fulfillment at all. He lets Amazon handle that part, which is a very time consuming part, right? Shipping out orders is annoying, it's time consuming, it's resource intensive, but Amazon has the best logistics system already set up. I mean, it's like $1 trillion system, right? That they've worked for like 20 plus years to set up. And why not take advantage of that? This is part of what I've been realizing is a really great, I mean, I call it a decentralized lean brand approach, right? Because you're just handling a select few things in the business, but you're using other businesses' resources to provide you an edge. And that's what this guy's doing, right? He's just creating his own product for very cheap, I'm guessing. Again, it costs him $682 to set up, but he can create basically infinite amounts of product and just send it to Amazon and let them handle the scale. Let's see.
And you know exactly how many units you're sending in.
That's so cool.
Plus, they have master case templates. So it's in your best interest to create master cases. And that's the entire process. That's how we make our Maker's Magic, which is a craft glue and a sealer. Now you might be curious, who am
Wow, so it's just a craft glue and sealer. This is for arts and crafts. That's what this is. Amazing. What a crazy niche. I thought it was a supplement, but actually it's not even that. It's just basically glue and a sealer that he makes in-house, like a natural sealer.
I and why am I doing this in my garage? My name's Evan and I'm the owner of
Hi,
Scorchmarker.
Evan.
We sell arts and craft supplies. Our mission is to make crafting
So
easier.
genius.
So we invent and develop products that make crafting easier. We started with this product right here. This is our Scorchmarker. My wife and I invented this marker in my mom's garage.
Mm,
We created a wood
he's an inventor. Wow. Okay, what I've usually found about inventors is that they never make money, right? Because a lot of people invent things, they are great at inventing, but they're not great at marketing their inventions. This guy is an outlier because clearly he's inventing things, but he's also really good at, showing light on his inventions, which is, a major key, obviously, to making inventions a success. If nobody knows about them, then they're not really going to catch any sort of fire. Whereas this guy is kind of that perfect blend of he's inventing cool things that he knows a lot about because he's obviously very immersed in the arts and craft niche. I mean, look at his setup, right? But then also at the same time, he's really good at making videos and being authentic and, reaching an audience and connecting and, sharing a message. And that's what's creating the perfect recipe here for success.
wood burning liquid. Put this liquid on wood, you heat it up with a heat gun, and it will burn your design directly into the wood. In the beginning of our
Wow.
business, I was making scorch marker liquid and filling up every single marker by hand with a syringe. It was crazy, but it's the only way I knew how to do it. So of course, when it came time to launch Maker's Magic, we got this small scale production line set up in the garage so that we could iterate quickly and not spend a ton of money getting set up. It's natural to want to work with a manufacturer or a co-packer, but we didn't have 9 months and a bunch of money to get it all set up and wait. We needed something now. So we went
I
online
love
and we
that.
bought all of this equipment and got everything set up in our garage. I was able to produce about 10,000 units before the co-packer was able to get everything put together and start producing units for us. Now they do about 20 to 50,000 units a month and I don't have to do any of this. But in the beginning, it was absolutely crucial. Had I not purchased this equipment and gotten my hands dirty, we might not be here. If you really think about it, I can take the raw materials, mix it up, Fill one of these, label it, package it, and ship it out to the customer within a matter of hours.
Wow.
That is absolutely impossible any other way than doing it yourself. It
I
gave us the
love that.
momentum we needed to prove that people actually wanted the product and to get familiar with how to make it. Once we learned how to make it, we could then tell the manufacturer, hey, just do it this way. We've already figured everything out. Not only were they stoked to work with us, but we came off super professional. This whole setup here that I showed you is not intended to last forever. It was just a temporary solution, and for $600, I think it was absolutely worth it. I'll leave links in the description for you on all this stuff so you can pick it up. Now, if you're anything like me, you're also selling a product online. As we've been growing the business
Indeed.
and starting to figure some stuff out, I've been very keenly aware of how lonely I am. There just aren't a lot of people that do this.
That's
It's one of the
interesting.
reasons why I make videos is to attract people like you so we can become friends. And eventually, when you're ready, you can
Same.
come hang out in my membership, you can hang out with my people, you can hang out with me, we can grow, and we can learn together. If I can help you in any way, I absolutely will. My name's Evan. Thank you for watching. Be good to future you.
Wow. Shout out to Evan. This was awesome. I'm going to subscribe. And obviously, I'm going to leave the link in the description to this video so you can check it out. Let me see. We click more, work with me. So he has this thing here. Here's the maker's product. I want to see this. And here's all the equipment that he used. Oh, wow. Okay. He's got to fix this. But so here's the website. And as we see here, they're driving a decent amount of traffic. This is looking really cool. I mean, this looks like a really nice website, and he's clearly the face behind it. Wow, they got a lot of different products and bundles. Very well branded too. It definitely gives like a what's it called? Just a arts and crafts vibe. He looks like he could have his own show, you know? Um, I don't know if that's like Blue's Clues or something. But yeah, this was super cool. I love hearing stories like this, and I think he said it best. Like, this was the setup to get his minimum viable product to make $1 million, but then be able to expand beyond that, probably to 8 figures. I mean, I don't really know exactly where they're at, but obviously, at a certain level, you're going to need help to scale. You're not just going to be able to scale to, tens of millions through your garage unless you have a massive garage. But this was super cool. Let me know what you guys think about it. Evan, if you're watching this, shout out to you. You're really cool. And I hope we connect at some point here. And yeah, that's it. I'm on vacation still, but I'll be back. I mean, I don't really know, honestly, but it doesn't really matter. That's about it. Peace.